on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go. 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. Foot in, alert. Check, 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 check. Check. And go.
The first carry now, this is Johnson.
Go, go,
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
This is it. 19. Watch my board. I'm on. Watch twins. Watch twins. Showing it. Showing it. SOS.
They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Hey, we're set. 19. 54. Right, 54. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Switch. Slam. And let's go.
On second down, Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up 3rd down and 9. What is that? 19. 49. 24. Guys, it's out time. Over. Watch 49. Tackles. Slam. Tight dog.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Forced out to his left. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Let's go.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at about the 32. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the ship.
From the shotgun, Wilson steps away to his left. And right away, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it?
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed. And this is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 52 yards. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. DJ Reader able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Throwing is Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions. And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Around the NFL, an update from a game going on down in Tampa. And a 2-touchdown lead for the Buccaneers as they've just scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. There goes Duke Johnson. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need... And a big loss here as he's taken down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. To try again after the sack. Wilson flushed to his right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wilson operating from the gun. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down. Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain. Fielded at the 20. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
At the 34-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the screen. Pass. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Check, check. Watch the 59. Here it comes. Here it comes. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Kill, kill, kill.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Watch twist.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Pick me up. Here we go.
They give to Johnson going right. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. Around the NFL, second quarter down in Tampa, and the Bucs are out to an early lead. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check three. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Now Johnson. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, let's get that ball.
To throw is Watson. To throw on 3rd down. Being chased out left. He's letting this one go for Fuller, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Had a nice move, but couldn't free much space. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At the 17-yard line.
No gain on this defense, no gain. Check.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A good pickup there of 20 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
No time now.
Johnson running right. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Single. Here I come. I'm after you, 25. I'm coming after you, 25. Here I come. Watch left. He's tired.
On 2nd and 9. Watson buying time to his left. He's letting this one go for thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
But I think the ball's out. And the Texans scoop it.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job one, paramount. Because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble. Penny, a first down carry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
I'm here all day. Check 52. Watch the edge. Sponge.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Fairbairn is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Wilson. And he's going to go down again. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action, escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's fielded at the 45. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
This is it. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
Let's go. Hey, alert. 36.
Now Rashad Penny. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike's 5-4. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Shift. He's checking. Crash. He's coming.
On 2nd down now. It's Johnson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Duke Johnson with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Wilson eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Boy, the run on 1st down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. They go to Johnson again. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And now a carry here for their fullback. Room here to run. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Our eyes and attention are on the fullback. Big time carry, big yardage. But how about the guys up front, the offensive line? A lot of people think they may have to block it differently for the fullback to get big yardage. They really don't. Because he's big, strong, and powerful, a lot of times he makes his own way. They may not have to block as hard.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10.
Check 50, check 50. Out, 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 out.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 32-yard line.
This is it. 19. Mike 5-4. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Again, it's Johnson. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After the sack on 1st down, Wilson. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers.